Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order, Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025 at 6 p.m. here at the town hall upstairs. Need a motion to adopt our agenda.
So second.
Approve the minutes of our regular meeting, August 18th, 2025. Any additions or corrections to those minutes?
No.
Nothing? Seeing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to accept the minutes.
Second.
Okay, so,
To be voted.
yes, I'll approve for the minutes of, August 18th. Aye. Motion passed. Approve the minutes of our special meeting, August 21st, 2025. Need a motion? I make the motion to approve the minutes of our special meeting, August 21st, 2025. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor of our minutes? Any corrections or additions? If none,
Aye.
I'll approve. Aye. Highway report. We have excess weight permits.
We just had one.
McAllen.
Yeah.
McElwain
Memorandum.
LLC.
You know, anybody knows, nobody knows.
I don't know.
Do you go with?
They
Nothing?
No.
But they must haul something through town. They're out of Harrisburg, Vermont.
Really?
They listed three trucks with 5 to 6 axles. Maximum weight 80,000 pounds each.
Like triangles.
We would just need a motion to approve that weight for the minute.
Okay, do I have a motion? Any questions on that?
Does that sound reasonable to you? Highway? Okay, just that no one seemed to know who they were. I'm like, oh. I like a motion to approve the weight permit.
Right.
All those in favor, vote aye. Any opposed? The motion passed for the excess weight. Open truck number 3 bids.
We have two. So it's 2025 model year, 3,500 heavy duty flatbed truck. For specifications with our trade-in. Full price $94,498. That's from, who is it? The One Nation. They're out of Block, Pennsylvania.
What's the trade-in? You're gonna give?
2,500, or 3/4 ton of gas truck.
Wait a minute, the trade-in is what?
Our pickup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't, the trade, I think it was just a lump sum, just said with trade-in would be the total price. I don't see the trade-in value for our truck.
They probably just figured it with it,
Right.
yeah.
That's. It might be in here somewhere, that's. I guess that's, I don't know, this is One Nation again. To 2025 Chevrolet 3,500 WT per specification, $99,989, trade-in allowance, 22,500. Full price, 77,489.
Were they both Chevrolet?
No, well,
That's weird.
one's GMC. I think it's
The spec sheet said
this
GMC,
is set 3,500 heavy duty, but
The R spec sheet,
I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to find.
I thought it was a GM.
It may have.
Is that a 25?
yeah, 25, 3,500. Oh,
I think we're out now.
right,
So we get two bids from the same place?
I guess so.
well,
Could be stuff not clear.
I wonder if he messed up on one and accidentally sent it or something, I don't know.
One has a trade.
One has the-
Yeah, I wonder if he accidentally sent it.
yeah, one has a trade-in allowance and the other one just says with a trade-in.
Was it a regular, did he drop it off Oregon? I hope not from New Jersey.
I didn't,
That's it.
they were mailed.
Oh, yeah, I bet he accidentally mailed it, if brought something.
Okay, you're right, it doesn't,
It doesn't say, yeah.
what will happen?
So that's it, from the two bids from the same company.
Yeah, it's confusing, I don't.
That's all we got, yeah.
Do we know anything about One Nation?
They are a fleet service company, they sell trucks to all, like the state, Vermont and New Hampshire and a lot of other towns and stuff. So what they do is they sell trucks like that. That's what he told me in the phone place, so.
Okay, thanks for that.
Did he come look at the truck or was it?
No, he didn't ask for pictures or nothing, so.
Okay.
22,000, I'm really impressed with that, trade value, I mean, that's really, really high, so, for what I figured, so.
So final bid on that was 77,400, you said?
With a trade-in.
And no other bids?
There's anything about Sanders in there and plows? We can do that,
Well,
we don't do that, sorry.
So you can get together
Yeah.
with us and look them over,
At it.
get it.
It's very strange.
I'm just questioning why we're not getting other bids.
I don't know, I personally talked to Automall. And. Nothing.
I talked to somebody at Springfield GMC and they were just saying that they were having a hard time finding a truck with those specific specs. In the time frame that we needed it.
The time frame that we needed the truck or the bid.
Yeah, we'd like to see it before snow,
Okay, I see.
it is,
That's
to make sure it's
interesting.
all set up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which does, yeah, it makes it a little tricky, but
Yeah,
I guess we'll just have to go deep line by line of what we have and.
worst case scenario, send it back out.
Okay, thanks. Additional paving bid for 2025 bids.
There's two bids, this one is Springfield David.
These are for the two sections by fund.
Mhm.
There should be a lump sum price on page 2, if they followed the form correctly.
Total bid with all projects, locations, 1 and 2 included, 44,550. This is Springfield paving. This is. Daisy and Brothers Trucking. Total bid. All projects, locations 1 and 2 included, 23,562. Wow,
There's a difference.
big difference.
Springfield, I think, was just doing work in Saxon River. Yeah, right.
And they both have insurance, right?
One of those.
So it's
It's
a big difference.
a huge difference.
There we go. Both good.
Do they put in a time frame on Daisy's? Or,
It says at the top of the page. I don't have the dates memorized, but there should be like estimated time period towards the top. Of the bid sheet. Yeah. Like a couple paragraphs down, maybe.
It's all the amount of tons are the same, it's just the price per ton. It's 119 compared to 225,
It could be the discounted price that Springfield gets compared to Bays and Brothers, makes a difference.
that's the difference.
Yeah, work to be completed prior to. Wait, yeah. This is June 15th, 2026.
Oh, that must have been a spelling error.
Between September 2nd, 2025 and
October.
October 15th, but that's crossed out.
I'll have to look at it.
I'll remember. They changed the dates.
I know it was supposed to be done before you.
right, so we can wait? If we have to wait?
That may be a possibility.
Okay.
Any questions? for anyone? Okay, we'll look them over. Others, is you, Kobe?
Huh?
It's you.
What's me?
Do you want a copy of the report?
I can't have it, I wrote it this morning, I kind of have a pretty idea of it.
You wanna just kind of summarize?
Yeah. Grant work on the ash tree removal. We're about halfway through that. And the grant work for the digging on Hall Ranch, we are. I'd say just over halfway done with that, I have to set a time, probably tomorrow with Morgan on when we can close the road down for 2 days. Do 3 culverts out there. And then once those are in, it's pretty much put some stone in the ditches and seed it. We're out of there, so.
Where's that again? Kobe?
Hall Ranch,
Oh,
right now, I think we're over the 150 loads removed mark from there also. I have a counter in yesterday, kind of look at the number on it.
They're, kind of simultaneously doing 2 grant projects on that road. Ash tree removal and the other roads, which is essentially dipping in culvert.
Last Friday, I moved 5 more ash trees. But, and I think that's Fisher Hill backside the permit grid and chloride today. I'm out of chloride completely now, so I'm gonna order some more tomorrow morning. And I hope it'll be here by the end of the week. But, and other than that, the trailer's also halfway done. Waiting for another rainy day to do some more work on that. But right now the weather's been really good, we're doing the ditches, so. We've been kind of plugging away at ditches.
I had, on 121 by Kellogg's driveway, he's getting a lot of water from the road when it rains.
By hose,
Kellogg's,
I don't know. who
the
they are.
yellow house,
Right, where's that pavement?
Holtville Road,
Right outside the village.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
Wait, They
that
get
ditch,
water?
well, I don't think that ditch is draining, so when it rains, when it has rained, it fills up in their driveway, and then it backs into the roads. So can that ditch be ditched out?
I just this shit last year, but I can look at it
Take a
tomorrow.
look and see
Yeah.
what it
The
needs.
problem with his driveway is the pitch the wrong way.
I don't know, I
But-
haven't looked at it.
We used to plow his driveway, and the water runs down his driveway and into the garage, they always did it. I mean, the garage door used to freeze shut. Because the water would run down there and freeze, but I can look at it, but probably his best bet would be to put a swale into his driveway. But I think the ditch is plenty deep right there, but I'll take a look at it.
Well, take a look and then,
Oh,
can you let him know?
I can, if I see him there in person, I'll talk to him. Well, it seems the phone calls haven't been working. With people lately.
I don't know if he works from home, I don't know.
I don't think he works, but.
I have their phone number, I can get in touch with them.
yeah,
Also, did you have a chance to talk to Green Mountain Power today?
I did, I didn't actually talk to them around power, but I shared their phone number with Versus.
Okay, cause I don't want any part of it.
I agree, so to fill the board in, Hayden Lake had a bunch of wood, and jump in if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but had a bunch of wood at the entrance of his driveway. And when Green Mountain Power, they had a subcontractor come out and clean up all of the stumps and debris. And while they were doing that, they took Hayden's wood that was on his property and brought it to the town garage. So of course Hayden was like, I need that back. We have a direct contact with the subcontractor, so I shared his phone number with Hayden today. And they're gonna get in touch, and he said if that doesn't work, he'll come back to me and I'll give them a phone number to Green Mountain Power,
Yeah.
but that's all I've got.
Yeah, I don't want, it's sitting on our burn pile.
well, don't burn it.
No, I can't burn it anyway, but yeah, he got a call about it. He was not very happy and thought we had something to do with it, so.
I feel as though it should be the responsibility of the contractor that moved.
Yeah, not us.
So I'm assuming it's his firewood.
Yeah, it's fire he cut off his property and they loaded up and took away and put it on a burn pile. So,
How much was there?
he said 6 cords, but from what we have on the pile at shop, I don't think there was 6 cords. I think it was a little less than that because the guys barely brought in 6 cords.
But a
So,
fair amount.
it was decent,
Yeah.
anyway, decent amount of wood, but if anything, there's anything good on that pile he wants to take back, he can have, I'm happy to take it.
6
It's
times
just gonna get burned anyway.
$1,500 worth of wood or more.
We told Green Mountain Power to put it on our burn pile because the truck it wicked far. It's not like it's hurting anything being down there, so.
Yeah,
But,
the thing that is truck is long.
yeah, I'm glad it didn't truck away far,
I'd be upset, I get that.
yeah, so.
And you know not to do Parker Hill because they're gonna move that house up.
Yeah,
Did she give you a date?
Morgan had,
Mid-September.
in September, yeah,
Okay, so it's probably gonna come up maybe next week or so, cause they did 10 days, they had to wait or something.
I can't do a whole lot till I get some more chloride anyway. Laying graded today and it was so dry, it just like turned into like a.
Yeah, well, they don't want anything done for
Yeah.
the road, it's pretty washboardy right now, but, because it won't be able to come up if it's
Yeah.
blocked, yeah.
Once they're done, we'll go right down there.
I did get a message from somebody up, are there paths on that road?
I did
about,
too.
So,
I don't have any of those tanks, so.
okay,
I used the last bit on the backside of the hill, cause that was so bad, but. It's so dry, everything's just turning into dust. But. Yeah, I'm gonna, hopefully I can order 9,000 gallons of it, I can only get 3,000 gallons a load. Or 5,000 gallons a load, so,
do they deliver that?
they do, so I'm
Yeah, if you could chloride it without,
yeah, we can do that,
So-
it doesn't really, the problem with that is it doesn't really soak in very good, it kind of sits on the surface. Like the best thing to do is just scratch it a little bit, let it soak in, and then it really works, but. Yeah, I plan on putting some down when I can get it in, but it sounds like the guy, the delivery guy, he said that. Everyone in every town is ordering so much of it right now, it's hard for them to keep it going, so
yeah. Okay.
we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
Alright, anything else from anyone? Road, issues? Clerk and treasurer, thank you, Colby.
Yep.
I had no. No.
Committee report, cemetery.
I can't even speak to that one. Buzz and I met with the abutting landowners at the Hillsville Cemetery about expanding that a little bit. It was a pretty productive meeting, but now I need to look into, one of the property owners has a right of way that goes on the edge of the cemetery. So I just need to do some research about potentially moving that to a different location, so. We're working with Joe DiBernardo and I am discussing it with Ken as well, so. Working on that, but that's all I have for cemeteries.
Okay, anybody else with cemetery stuff? Parks,
Nothing from parks.
highway. Here. Personnel, I don't have anything. We do have a meeting, executive meeting today. July 23 flood.
So the Hinkley Brook Road culvert is placed and seems to be going well, and I heard that guardrails are scheduled to go in tomorrow. Once that's done, the project will be complete, so then we can go back to FEMA and request reimbursement for the final bid on that one. And then last week, Colby, David and I met with Stephen and Associates and the wetland delineation lady about the Eastman Road block wall. And didn't hear the best news, but she was gonna go back and look at maps and talk with Stevens and Associates a bit more. There's potential that the project is considered a class 3 wetland, which in my understanding, it sounds like there's a lot more permitting that is necessary for that, and it may shrink the time that contractors can work on the site. So we're kind of waiting on them to make that determination. If it's a class 2, it seems like the project can move pretty
I
seamless.
thought it was gonna be a 2, it's not gonna be a 2 anymore.
Because there's a culvert under the road that connects a class 3 to a class 2. She almost thinks it's going to be considered a class 3 because it continues that water into the project. But when we
I
were
don't
on
think she saw
site,
very much water.
when we were on site, she didn't have really good ability to look at maps or anything. So, yeah, they're gonna get back to us on that. And I think that was it from that meeting, was it? Okay,
Yeah. They weren't much.
yeah. Kind of discouraging, so we'll keep plugging along on that.
Okay, review contract with Linden Regional.
Please, please.
Yeah, number 8.
Oh, sorry, short term, sorry, Anna.
That's okay. I'm reporting out after our last meeting on the short-term rental ordinance. I had asked, the LCT about the question that was raised. I will read my communication with the LCT. I said, a citizen asked if the town accepts liability for disastrous situation simply because the. Oh, does the town accept liability for disastrous situation because the STR owner is registered for the town? For example, with the town, we accept an application, the STR owner has fulfilled and submitted all the obligations required, including insurance, fire safety, verification, etc. Then there's a fire and someone perishes, the family then sues the owner and the town. Can the town be held liable? Does the town need more insurance because of this ordinance? I said that I admitted that I was not sure if I'd asked the question in the clearest possible manner, but we had heard of instances in other states where towns and municipalities were sued along with the owner after a disastrous situation like a fire. And we are concerned, we have townspeople, and we are all worried about the town being held liable and opening ourselves up for situations like this. Does this ordinance open us up? He responded and said, Short-term rentals represent opportunities and challenges for communities. You're not alone in trying to strike the right balance. He, regarding, I'm skipping and I'll go back to his first part, he said, your specific questions, can the town be held liable? Does the town need more insurance because of this ordinance? Unfortunately, that cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. Goes on, and this is public information and which we have posted, but it is possible for individuals to make allegations and sue the town for a wide variety of reasons. Regardless of outcome, the town must still defend itself against those claims. And liability in each case depends on the unique and specific set of facts and circumstances related to that specific incident. So it may not even be regarding short-term rentals. While there are generally broad protections for the town related to code enforcement, there are exceptions, and those protections do not fully extend to municipal officials enforcing local ordinance. He spoke about as whether the town needs to secure more insurance. The amount of insurance the town needs is not driven specifically by one exposure. There are a variety of risks and exposures. I'm summarizing here. Our membership our membership with passive, which is the liability coverage through the VLCT, we have $10 million per occurrence limit, et cetera, another $10 million for public officials, et cetera. It's a difficult question. He acknowledges the whole thing is quite difficult and quite unclear. He suggests that the VLCT is hosting a short-term rental forum in early November to bring together municipal leaders, professionals, stakeholders to discuss challenges, opportunities, emerging issues, and best practices. So at the end of the day, the answer is unclear. It's unclear what the town needs to do. It's unclear. There's a bit of digging to do. I feel, and I alerted the board to this ahead of time, that it is the right and responsible thing for us to do is to go to the forum in November. Hold on for just a second until we get a clearer understanding of liability and concerns. And which is only, hopefully a couple months away. And then proceed after we get that kind of guidance. Comments, anyone?
And I had a question, if we registered homes, is there a liability issue?
I guess our ordinance, the response to that, the best to my knowledge, the best way I can respond to that. The ordinance just is a registration, and what we're asking for is the actual homeowners' names, because that's not always clear on these websites and stuff. The homeowners' names, and that they have fulfilled their obligations to the state of Vermont for fire and all those issues, all the their obligations as short-term rental units. So I'm not sure that the ordinance is any different than a registration, and if you're going to have a registration and want people to register, it has to have the weight of an ordinance, so people will say, I'm not gonna register, I'll just do my own thing over here. So I think that it's essentially this, almost the same thing. An ordinance is just enforceable, and I think what our original hope, or who's ever, the idea behind short-term rental ordinances is that it has some power of law, that the ordinance, to get people to register. The expectations that they register, they have their right names, they have all the names, they are not they're abiding by the restrictions for occupancy and things like that. So all the things, whether just occupancy and noise and septic and parking and yes, fire safety, etc. So not sure there's a huge difference, but I'm not.
I
an
guess
expert-
when we all
expert.
started this, it was just get them registered, so we know who owns the building and who's managing it, so if there's a problem, you know who to call. But it's spiraled into
Yeah.
an ordinance or a policy,
Yeah,
but I think a forum is a good idea to go to it. Ask questions, get some answers. But, and then you have the state too, with their regulations.
but that's the
That's all
responsibility.
changing.
Right, and it's the responsibility of owners, obviously, to do their due diligence with the state. And we're just
Sign it
checking
up,
some boxes and making sure that they're doing that.
See what happens.
Yeah, I mean. I think at this point, some towns are backing away from ordinances, some people are going forward with ordinances. It's pretty gray and murky. For my, personally, I think it would be smart to just sit tight for a couple of months. And go to this, learn
Yeah,
more,
I agree with
this legal counsel.
I
Any
don't know.
questions or
Sean,
concerns?
or Steve, do you have any comments, please?
I think we should wait till November.
Yeah, I think it's a big question, and after hearing what Ramon was talking about, the problems. Some
Oh,
people
yeah.
were held liable, we cannot expose ourselves to anything. I think it just doesn't make sense.
The only thing I went with code course last summer for construction, and the state fire marshal was there, and he said. Once the homeowner accepts money, that opens the door for them to inspect. Now, that's the same thing for the town, once we
Interesting.
accept money.
That's
So
good.
for the registration fee, maybe if we didn't collect any money, maybe we wouldn't be liable, I don't know. So,
That's a really good question, and those would hopefully come up in this forum. So VLCT is completely aware that there are tons of towns grappling with the same issue, amending their rules, dropping them all together, putting on more, who knows, so.
And where's it gonna be?
I don't know, where, probably not failure, but it's probably on Zoom as well. I
Oh,
mean, they do everything, it's always on.
I think I asked you that, if there's gonna be a Zoom one.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen an invitation and they simply said early November. But we will keep, abreast of that. So that's my report on short communities.
Well, thank you for that, that's good information to know. Anybody out here have questions for Anna or the board on STRs? Okay, hearing none. Review contract with Wyndham Regional Commission for septic pumping ordinance update.
Yeah, so a few months ago, we had sent out a request for proposals for consultants to help the town update the septic pumping ordinance. It was unsuccessful, but then we reached out to Wyndham Regional Commission and they have agreed to help the town with this. I know that Mike McConnell from Wyndham Regional attended the most recent planning commission meeting where they in detail went through the contract. And I know that the planning commission made a motion in support of the select board approving it. So I'll give a quick synopsis. The scope of work is for an updated ordinance to be in place on or before April 30th of next spring. And so he would obviously work with the town and any other resources necessary to get that up to speed. I'm sure there would be public forums and public meetings in updating that, so we can keep everyone posted on that. And then the total amount for these consulting services would be $19,530. All that to say, that is covered under the grant that we have with the state of Vermont for this wastewater project, so. That's what I have for that.
So you need a motion for us to,
Approve it,
Approve
yeah,
that.
and then there's a signature line for you as well.
So is this the group that was working on a new septic ordinance, the water commission or planning commission, wasn't somebody into? There's a whole wastewater group This comes
The
to
water
us, not to
committee.
the
It was a
water committee.
Way back.
Yeah, so ultimately the select board agrees all contracts. so-
Okay, so this has come through them, they're aware.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So I need a motion to approve, the board will approve the recommendation from planning commission to have Wyndham Regional, do some consulting for us on the septic ordinance. Correct?
Mhm. So
Anyone want to second that?
I would second that motion.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Septic system, contract.
Just
Aye.
on the.
John? That's just my signature.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you.
And did you get the recent emails on the RFPs and the RFQs?
Yes, I
From-
did,
Matt and
Lester.
Lester.
Yeah, I'm working through them. There was quite a few from over the weekend, so I haven't responded to them, but I did see they came through.
Okay,
Yeah.
and to make sure they RSVP when they do the bid, if they decline it, so we have that.
Yeah,
Information.
it's just a typical bid
Okay.
process, so yeah, I'm familiar.
Any other business? Public comment. Next regular meeting is Monday, September 15th. Here at the town hall at 6 p.m. So we need a motion to adjourn to move to executive session. 1 VSA 3133 evaluation of employees.
It's so moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Okay, thank you everyone for attending.